Hey everyone, and welcome back to Lost Aqualand. Today we're going to turn this into this. And if you guys want to see how this is made, well, stick with me. We're going to have some fun in today's franchise episode, and I hope you are going to enjoy this. Alright, welcome back everyone in our franchise mode. Just as a quick reminder, this is our brand new franchise mode in Planet Zoo. We are turning an abandoned Aqualand into a actually good flourishing zoo with the target of making it really working in terms of guest flow and super focused on the conservation aspect of the game. So not going to do some tiny habitats, but actually some big habitats, modern ones with a lot of, welfare oriented stuff and so on. We are going to have today about 10 minutes around-ish of building part, what I'm going to do right now, where we're going to fix some issues, making sure that everything, franchise kind of way goes fine and so on, making sure, to have all the, enrichment in place and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you what is going to happen with this area in the back. Then there will be a tiny time lapse or even just a cut. I have to decide upon how much time we have. And then we will have another real-time part of around 10-ish minutes in which we are going to show what I've done and what is going to be the next step. Just as a friendly reminder, you guys can take part of this project. If you want to send some stuff in, send this to my email in the Gilded server, or just simply put me a link somewhere. I can find it in the comments or somewhere to your Steam workshop. I'm going to eventually use this. Now, last week, and this is something I have to use right away, this is made by Dommel, and we have to use this thing right away because we don't have a water treatment in place over here. I think I just put this somewhere, I guess. Okay, water is still fine. I think I just put this water purification thingy somewhere. Where did I put this? I forgot. I think I have hidden this somewhere, but we need this eventually as like a bigger thing to make sure that the water isn't going to be immensely dirty. So I want to use this water purification plant, but I'm not really sure where to put it. Like, honestly, this is the range we are having to cover. Like, I could put this, actually, I think this is actually a good idea to put this here. All right, we're going to have this put somewhere here. Now, the idea is that these buildings are super, super helpful because they look good, obviously, but also they make sure that we... Is this also going to flatten the ground? It's not necessarily going to flatten the ground, is it? Let me just see. Oh, well, that's fine. That's fine. As long as it's going that way. Wait, why can I not connect the path? This is confusing. Okay, wait, never mind. I'm just going to connect this here and we care about the rest later. Now, I gotta pause the game because rain. I hate rain. Seriously, I do hate rain in the game. I think I said this many times already, but not because the rain is not cool as an effect or something, but just because you can't see that much, especially for you guys watching. But, we're just going to solve some issues first. So let's have a little look. We need a research center, we need a quarantine, we need a vet surgery, and we need a workshop. Like, all of these things we don't have. I know that, but we don't really need them right now. We do have this, well, that's just basically a temporary little outlet here, which is going to harm our guests quite a bit as we speak. My idea is to have an underground hub somewhere here in the center, and I was thinking a lot about this space, but I think I finally have to say that this is going to become our central hub, and we're going to dig out this area and reuse most of the structure because I think this works pretty well as the perfect, solid thing, as like a wonderful hub for our stuff and so on. But I'm not going to do this in today's episode because that will just take some time. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these buildings already down here to make them already, kind of visible to us, but not visible to the guests because that's just going to harm their how's it called even? Dang it, the positivity, happiness, whatever. They see these buildings and they're not happy anymore. As I said, I'm just throwing everything that we just put away over here just so that we just see what we cleaned up. I think it's still a very nice idea to just throw the stuff over and not delete this. Now, you can hear my nosy voice, hopefully, because, oh my god, it's so annoying. Like, I've got so much issues this year again with the pollen allergy. It is insane because we had absolutely no winter whatsoever. Like, it's ridiculous. I can't, like, I seriously know, I can't remember a winter that has been so less winter like this winter. There was legit nothing. It wasn't even freezing. Well, maybe 2 nights or so, but that is about it. Like no freezing at all. It's just absolutely mad, and I hate this. Like for my health, that's not a good thing, because none of the things that need to have a pause or like a little break over the winter time did eventually have a break. They just all kept on existing, and now the trees and everything is like, yeah, you know what, why not have like already spring now? It's fine, let's just do that, you know. Also, by the way, I just kept playing for whatever reason. Why did I? Okay, well, never mind me. So yeah, just getting rid of some of the stuff here, and eventually we need to get lower than that, but I'm just going to put down a staff facility. Wait a second, no blueprints for us, please. And we're gonna use the big, no, I don't I don't know how often I do hard these things, but god. Okay, so is this height wise? Yeah, that is almost perfect. Now the idea is to build an underground hub. Let's just move this as... Wait. Why on earth is this working? That is freaking amazing. This will eventually harm their area, right? Facilities having... Yeah. Okay, now, I mean, I know this, and there's not really much I can do about this, but how does this even... and why? I mean, I like it, don't get me wrong, but why is this working? Now, yeah, I'm going to put this thing right in that corner. I'm not going to focus on making these things visible from the inside, honestly. It's just waste of time. But I'm going to do this, and we are also going to have... I'm not sure what's better, to have like 2 small or 3, like 3 small kitchens, or like 1 big keeper hut. I think in a big keeper hut, like 2 people can prepare at the same time, or even 3. How's that? How's the difference? Honestly, I don't know this. Like, I never cared about that, to be honest, and not really... I mean, but it's not more than 3, is it? Are they quicker in this? Okay, let me just put this down once. I just want to see how many people can be in there at once. Capacity is 6. Okay, never mind me. Then this is... Okay, 6 is obviously better than 4. And so we did everything right. What we can also do is we can put a trade center just in that little spot over here. Yeah, this is going to be pretty close to guests. So let me just move the whole stuff a little bit further in. And also tilt that a tiny bit. We don't need to do exactly the same, you know, as over here. What else is very important over here? I think we do need a workshop as well down here, because that's just something that makes a lot of sense. That is going to be here. And do we have like a quarantine? Jeez, I think I don't want to have it here. But we're gonna put it here, and the same goes for the vet. Okay, so this is everything we're gonna put down here, and eventually this is going to hopefully be great with our... Wait, I hate this so much. Can I just freaking... Thank you. No, let me just do this. Yeah, that's mighty. That's brilliant. We can just connect that as well. Awesome. And then, well, eventually this is going to be connected with the, not queue, but the staff path is going to be... Oh, well, that's... Why is that? Why they're all blocked? Did I smooth them all out? Did I really do this mistake? Like, did I... wait a second. What happens if I... Yeah, okay, so it is actually stupid that I did this. Like, really don't know why on earth I would have done this. I think it's because of, you know... Yeah, okay, so this is why. Never mind. I'm just gonna bring this a little bit further away from here. That looks fine to me. And then we can just have... Nope, not the queue. We're just gonna the staff path over here. My god, is it even... That's not even connecting, is it? Shit. I think... wait a second. There you go. Then let's have a connection. Yeah, Okay, so let's do this again. No, can I have this... Oh my god, what the hell? Okay, can I bring this around here somehow? This is looking absolutely like crazy shit. Okay, this is not gonna work. Let me just bring this up again. And does this work? Is it gonna work if I do it that way? and then somehow connect like so. Why wouldn't you work? Okay, let it. Oh my god. What a freaking nightmare. I'm gonna change this, but for the moment that. Guys, see, this is brilliant. This is perfect. This is why you sub to the channel. This is just perfection, okay? Anyways, let's leave this beautiful artwork behind, and we're going to have a check on this area. Let me pause the game. And now, before we continue with the cut or whatever, you might remember this being the one thing I made in Yosemite, and I'm quite a big fan still of this building, but we are going to do some massive changes of this area, but they will be mostly focused on education and welfare, so expect this to be changing entirely, but we are keeping the ground structure. We are also going to keep the most of the layout, even though I will change eventually the underground viewing a bit, just to make it a bit more integrated and stuff. And obviously, because you know, you guys might ask this anyways, this is going to be I'm not even sure if it's going to be the sea lion or the seal first, but my tendency is actually going to be do the seals, because I have a different idea for the sea lion. So yeah, I think seals is going to be it. Yeah, so before we go, let's just have a little quick look if there are some seals available right now, because as we all know, this is being a little bit of a just struggle all of the times. Money can buy things. Yeah, okay, but anyways, I was just checking in if there's a good penguin we missed out on. Look, see, this is why I needed to go here. This one is okay-ish, and yeah, that one is fine as well. Good. Do we have any other filter applied at this point? No, we don't. So I'm going to reset all the filters. Yeah, going to check this in later. So what I said, okay, 11.5 minutes in. Now we're going to make a little break, and we see each other after the cut. And I decided to do a tiny time lapse. It's just about 4.5 minutes, and I can take the opportunity to talk you through the idea behind this habitat a little bit. So yeah, mainly my inspiration, as I thought, was to keep it almost as it was there. So, you know, this entire build is about turning this abandoned aqualand into something new. And those bits that can be taken will be taken. Like, I really want to make sure that we can refurbish and recycle what we have, and add a couple of modern stuff to it. So the penguin habitat in itself was maybe not the best example to what you can expect throughout the entire series, because that was, I would say, 90% a new habitat, but I thought, you know, it makes sense because that's like the opening habitat. That's what you greet the guests with, and so it makes a whole bunch of sense to really make sure you make the people happy by showing them something cool and nice like that. But the rest will be eventually used by what we have seen. And I even think about maybe taking some screenshots at the end of the map from the beginning and just putting these as like a little bit of a reminder to each habitat, so you can see how we turned that into something new. And you will see in every video that I have a security cam positioned in a way they can see the before and after. It's a little bit of a pity that I didn't position them at the very beginning, so I only started to have them in a position after I saved the park. So that's a bit of a pity because I can't import them into the old file. However, I have an idea how to at least somewhat align them perfectly by using a existing tree that also exists in the original file and then align them, but that's something I'm going to do at the very end. Now, this habitat is going to contain two mainly completely separated areas. So we've got the front area, which is the kind of show educational area, and then we've got the back area, which is going to be the well, actually just the backstage area for maybe some educational tours, but at the very end to give them enough area to chill out and relax a little bit and just have a good time, you know. Good time also is for the comment of the episode, and that's from Estella Woods, and she said that I love that you took an actual building from the region and made it into a habitat. This is a comment to Yosemite Valley. If you haven't seen the episode, I made a brand new gorilla habitat that is featuring a fire lookout tower, which used to be there in Yosemite, and we turned that into a shelter building for our gorillas in there. And I really think this turned out absolutely beautiful. Just as a little hint, if you want to watch this, of course, after this video, you know, because you, of course, want to finish watching this video. Of course you will. Now, you can see I'm building 2 bridges, mainly for the staff members to be able to pass over. And I used one of these wonderful things that were brought to me by you guys, and I'm still trying to find the right spot for it. A very weird thing happened here with the with this enrichment item. For whatever reason, it will work in the end, I can tell you already, but apparently at this point it didn't, and I've got no idea why. There was an update in between of Planet Zoo, so maybe that fixed it, even though it wasn't in the update notes, but maybe that was the case, I don't know. But yeah, eventually I just don't care. At least it works now, and that's about it. Yeah, I actually had a very hard debate with myself to how I wanted to make the backdrop of this habitat. I thought about making that a harbor styled area, but I kind of thought, you know what, no, this is going to be much more simple, focused on education, focused on really giving this a good area and then a good backdrop, and I kept it very rudimental and very simple. So this is what I went with, and you won't see everything in a time-lapse because the time-lapse is almost over, because I then decided to just build myself and not record that, but more about that in the real-time part. I actually gave you a little bit of an insight to why that happened. So have a lot of fun with the rest of the video. Alright, so we are back here in the real-time part, and you've seen, well, a little bit of the speed build, but obviously there has been a lot more done in the meantime, and I did actually at one point just stop recording and just build when I could. I felt a bit bad the last couple of days. This is also why the episode is now released on Saturday, and so I didn't build this in one go. I actually had a couple of times opening and closing the game after I didn't feel so good, and yeah, so this is what we ended up with, and I quite adore the area, how it is turned into something more modern. I'm very happy that we could keep the inner area how it was, and focus really on making this a lot more welfare oriented. So a couple of things I want to discuss with you real quick is before we put down, actually, you know what, we're just gonna do this right now because otherwise I will most likely forget. So we will put some benches here and there, you know, just putting some down here, and also some bins with it, just making sure that everything works. There's also kind of a nice little spot for a bin here, and can we also put a bench right next to this thing? Oh yeah, we can. Look at that. This is sweet, 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 sweet. Okay, there's just one we can place there. Another one goes here because there's actually a barrier anyways. This is just for staff to go there, and so this is why I put this there. I'm not really sure if the staff member can still pass by. Let's have a little look if he does, or if she does in this case. While I'm going to change the color a little bit here. I said a little bit. Yeah, no, that's still not it. That's okay. And then I'm going to make it that way. Somewhat like that. Yeah, that's fine. Just gonna delete this. Is there rain pouring down now? Oh yeah, she's gonna straight up ignore this bench. Well, that's fine. Yeah, as you can see, with all new animals, there is a huge crowding going on first, and there is still a bit of crowding going on here. So we have some stress issues with some of the animals, but it really seems like if we have more animals in the future, that's not going to be that big of a deal. You can see now they are stressed because there's a lot going on here from the people around. We can't really make that much more. I put already down some of the speakers here. I also made sure to put down a lot of other things, but I guess at this point, yeah, we might change also the glass down here. I think it's time to go with the one. Okay, what can we not? Can we not save that? Did we do this actually? Is it now? Oh, it is already. Okay, let's move it down. Okay, I really hope that this can cope with the stress a bit better for the seals. Not sure if this does actually do anything. Well, the thing is, they can easily swim back and get some relaxation time. As you can see, this is how it is. I still need to put down a floor over here, but I just quite like the natural look as well. But you can see they have quite a large backstage area in which they can chill, relax, you know. There's even like a little bit of a building here in which they could have them in, you know, if needed. So this is just like fictional and stuff, like imaginary. But you know what? We can actually, since we do this here on purpose, we can also go to, I think it's doors, and then there is that one. Just gonna put, I'm gonna put this over here and make the color also fitting into what we have over there. So just imagine that they could just go in there if needed. Yeah, so this is the build, and again, I'm quite happy with that. Looks so that looks so freaking hilarious here with the people down there. I'm hoping that this is going to be improved over time. There's not really much what we can change. Why are you boxed there? Can you just unbox the animal? Did it get stuck there somewhere? It might be. You know, I'm not focusing on that right now because I really do hope in the future this is going to sort out itself. You know, I'm not sure if it does, but hopefully. Look at all the, oh gosh, I just adore sometimes the lighting and the weather effects. Just look at how the rain is just, it looks so good. Look at that, like on these corrugated metal thingies, and just like pouring down here with these droplets. I sometimes forget how cool the weather effects are. If they were just a little bit more important to the game, that would be even better. But yeah, I'm also wondering if we should put a roof on top here just to keep them happy and educated and dry somewhere down here. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I'm going to cope with this. I haven't put down an educator yet, so maybe this is also going to help us reduce the stress level. What are you doing? I think if you are on this thing, which might be that might be the case. This thing is so freaking weird. Like, it has such an insanely big radius to have them on, and it didn't work out at all when I was building it, but all of a sudden it does work now. So I'm really worried why it works now and it didn't work before. So you can see it's so weird now. Does it work if I put it here now? Do we only need two sides? No, it would need all sides. It is so weird. I mean, it should work now, but apparently it just doesn't really work exactly how it should. And oh my god, it would be so cool to have like an option to limit people in a certain area. I mean, that would be very helpful, but yeah. So, I talked a lot about this habitat, but we should definitely talk how we go on from over here. You can see some of the stuff improved. Oh god, I still love the penguin area. We have got two completely revamped areas now, but there's still a lot broken in this zoo. And the reason why I went to the back already is to make people branch out a little bit already from, you know, what we can see right now. But it's definitely time to fill in the gaps in the middle. And it's again, your turn now to tell me what you guys think would be nice as a next habitat. I have no idea what we can do. Well, that's not fair. I have a lot of ideas, but I don't really know what next. So please keep posting your ideas in the comments. And just as a last reminder, if you guys want to take part somewhat in this build, you can send me in your blueprints. You can see there are some blueprints already from the community, and we again used some stuff in today's episode. So you can send them via email, put it in my Gilded, or just drop the link in the comments and I will grab it from there. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for your ongoing support. As always, it will help me out immensely if you would subscribe to the channel, and yeah, if you haven't already, of course. And also that's about it. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, this is a very cool project, and I love having the chance to share that with you. So hopefully you guys are as excited as I am about it. Thank you as always. Have a good time, stay safe, and goodbye.